Okay, welcome back everybody to our interview with Loran Tardy from Buck Lake. Loran, throughout your career, can you remember some of your accomplishments that you're most proud of?
Well, the Labor Day that I won and the feature races, I won the championships, I won them. I guess the biggest one was Bemidji all year. I won every heat and feature, and they had a bounty on me.
Roughly, do you remember what year that might have been?
Boy, late 70s.
Okay, so they had a bounty on you in Bemidji. So anybody that could beat you in a feature, it was a $50 bounty.
$50 bounty.
Okay, and you won every heat and feature for that season.
Right.
Was anybody able to collect that bounty?
Nobody collected.
Nobody was able to beat you. That's quite an accomplishment. Some of my research that I've looked at some of the old racing books, you won the point championship in Hibbing in a modified in '93, and you did that without winning a single feature that year.
Correct.
So that just was consistency paying off, basically. And then you won a 6-cylinder Labor Day feature in Hibbing in '87, and then also in 1979 and 1982, you won the 6-cylinder Superstock Special race in the 6-cylinder at Hibbing.
Right.
And I'm assuming you won pretty many point championships at various tracks.
Yes.
And then numerous features along the way.
Right.
Okay. Are there any one of those that sticks out in your head as probably being the best time of your racing career?
Oh, and I won that one Labor Day, I think it was with Danny Clausio's car in Hibbing.
Okay, so that's probably as sweet as it gets then for you. All right. Do you remember when did you race your last full season?
Boy, early 90s,
Okay.
somewhere in there.
All right. And why did you finally decide to quit driving?
Well, I had a cars, the mods and stuff that couldn't get the traction to the ground, and you had all the motors, and it just got to where the kids were getting older and wanted to do it, and it was time to get out of the saddle, I guess.
So you handed the reins over to your boys then?
Right.
Okay. How did racing change throughout your career? From like when you started racing to when you got out, what differences did you notice?
Well, you used to go to the junkyard and get all your parts, you know. Now you had to order them, and everything seems to get more expensive, and, you know, different rules and...
A little bit more convenient at the end.
Correct, yes.
But along with that convenience comes a cost.
Right.
Other than driving, were you involved at all in racing in any other aspects?
Oh, I'd work on the track, we'd go pick rocks and...
So you'd help out at track here in Hibbing?
Right.
Were you a member of Iron Range Racing Association?
Yes.
Okay. So you do odds and ends stuff, whatever.
Go clean up after a race night the next day. And
What's this? I heard that you guys you and a fellow worker kind of hijacked a work truck from one of the local mines and went to the track.
George Kempson, he had me, showed up to work at North Hibbing here, and he says, take the welding truck and go to the racetrack. I said, yes.
And
so we had to rebuild the gate.
So
somebody had crashed the gate.
So you had the mining company's welding truck at the track fixing the gate.
Yeah.
Well, hey, mining companies.
He was superintendent, so.
Okay, yeah, they need to sponsor racetracks too, right? What is the craziest thing that you ever witnessed at a racetrack?
Oh, me running over Don Hankey.
You were the guy who ran over Don Hankey. What's that story?
Well, I went across the scales, and, you know, he waved to your people in the stands. I never seen Don Hankey running backwards.
And the scales were in the infield at that time?
Right.
Okay.
And he ran in, and I never seen him. I was doing the high five in the stands. And my rear, I felt something, but I just thought it was a mud clump. I didn't realize I ran over him until I got in the pits. They said, you ran over Don Hankey. Oh my God!
And he was the front pit steward on the track, so he was kind of lining up the next race.
Correct.
And he was walking backwards.
He was kind of running backwards.
Okay, as you were crossing the track.
Right.
And you got into him a little bit. Now, did you just clip his ankle, or do you? I mean,
I don't know.
I suppose you don't know.
I know they took him away, and
But he did get like a broken leg or broken ankle or
it
something.
still bothers him to this day. He still likes me.
You get along with him though, right?
Yeah.
Okay. He doesn't hold a grudge against
I
you.
don't think, well, he probably does, but
Yeah, that is a strange incident. Now, when you quit racing, you pass the torch on to your boys. You have 4 boys,
right.
and they all have raced at one time or another, various classes, pure stocks, I remember, supers and modifieds.
Yeah.
You got John, Jeff, JR, and Eric. Do you still get the same satisfaction watching them race as you did when you raced?
Yeah. Yeah, it was time. You still got a race car wrong, or you still got a race car wrong.
So as long as there's a race car in the family,
It's like a boat.
you know, all is right in the world.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're still involved in racing to this day, I assume?
Right.
Do you help the boys out when they race and stuff?
Right.
And then even if they're not racing, are you a race fan? Like, do you
Oh,
go
yeah.
up and, so you're up in the stands watching races?
Well, we got our own spot for it.
Oh, yeah? Okay. So nothing's keeping you from the track then?
No.
Okay. I wish there was more people that had racing in their blood like you do.
Well, that's where all your friends are at.
Yeah, yeah. Who all helped you in your racing days?
My father, my brother, my kids.
Your father's name was Al.
Right.
Your brother is
Brother
Harlan.
Harlan.
Right. Okay.
And my nephews, and it was always a garage full. Danny Cosio,
Well, Danny, yeah. You and Danny are pretty close.
Rich Hall. There's a bunch.
Pat Roddy.
Pat Roddy, Pete Scalise.
Oh, my buddy Pete.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pat Roddy, he'd come out and do my carburetors and assemble my motors. And
Keep things tuned up for you.
yeah, he was superb.
Okay. Well, before we go, is there anything that you would like to say to anybody that might be watching this video?
Yeah, I'd like to give a special thanks to Ted Carlson and their family for keeping Grand Rapids going.
Yeah, they put a lot of their
trying
whole
to keep the
family.
racing going, you know. And I just wish there was something we could do to get these young kids involved. more,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know.
You know. And like you were saying earlier, a lot of friends are at the racetrack.
Oh, yeah.
You know, you build your friendships
Right.
there.
Yeah, there's Boney guys, there's Denny Johnson there's John Rowe, and all them guys in the stands, you know, and just many that they love racing. That's what
Yeah.
you know.
So there's a good time to be had at the track, is what you're
Right.
saying, right? Okay. All right. Well, Loran, I really appreciate you taking time out and stopping in and doing this interview with us. It's nice to see you again, and we'll see you at the track.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Thank you.